We're outside on the Lakeside Renovation and Design weather deck, and we're talking about divorce. You know, there's a lot of different myths out there on the internet, so we wanted to dispel some of those this morning. Jonathan Marks with the Marks Law Firm. He's been doing some fact checking for us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Margie.
Yes, you know, one of the things we always hear is half of marriages end in divorce. Is there any truth to that?
Not really. I mean, you know, we've heard that for decades,
Yeah.
that's the exact percentage, but the reality is today it's about 39% for purposes of how many marriages end in a divorce. It's been going up in certain aspects. Generally, for individuals who are over the age of 50, since about 1990 on up, it's about doubled. So if you want to look at certain segments of society, certainly the gray divorce for individuals over 50, those divorce rates have been pretty consistently skyrocketing, and those are probably somewhere in excess of 50% right now.
Okay, how about the most common month to file for divorce? And we've heard January after the holidays, New Year's resolutions. I mean, they've even named January divorce month.
Right.
Is that even true?
Not really.
Yeah.
Statistically, when they went and took a look at things, it turns out that March and August are the most common months for purposes of filing the divorce. I can understand March because basically if you are coming off of that holiday aspect and you were waiting, it takes a little bit of time, both mentally and then to get prepared for purposes of the filing, so the March makes sense. August is a little bit strange because that's when the kids are going back to school. Statistically, it was somewhat of a shock to see that because you would have expected that it would have been maybe more in the September range and that August wouldn't have been at the height of for purposes of filing a divorce case.
All right, least common month to file for divorce, and this is true, right? The holidays, you think most people try to stay together and get through it?
It's an obvious one. It's in December. They said statistically it's November, December, but I think realistically it's December. I mean, we see a lot of times when people come in, they're doing it both in November and December, and they're getting everything together for purposes of being ready to file, but there's usually a wait to either get through the Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays, or if not, there's other reasons that are making them have to file during that December month.
All right, how about if one of the spouses drinks and the other one doesn't? Is there any truth to they may file for divorce sooner?
Well, I don't know about sooner, but it definitely statistically makes a difference as to whether or not there's a likelihood for purposes of the filing. So if you look at couples who have different perspectives on drinking, so one spouse is a heavy drinker and the other one is not, statistically over 50% of those marriages are going to end up in a divorce. The other thing that's kind of interesting is, though, if you have two people who have the same heavy drinking capacity, it's only 30%, which is a little bit odd. I don't know, that statistic didn't make sense to me. But, you know, it's just like any other aspect. If you have something that, you know, the two of you can't agree on, whether it's co-parenting or money, you know, the alcohol is going to have an influence as to whether or not that's going to pull the trigger on your decision to file for the divorce.
All right, does gender play a role if child support is considered?
Yeah, so this statistic did not really make sense to me. It said that, you know, they use 50% for purposes of women are receiving child support versus 30% for men if they are the individual that is the recipient.
Okay.
I would say that is not my experience over the past 23 plus years. So that one didn't make much sense to me. I think the reality of the situation is the couples that when they're looking at those aspects on support, they're really looking at whether or not the support needs to go one direction based upon their monthly gross incomes, and I think that makes the most amount of sense. That would be a statistic I would kind of just throw out. I know that CBS said that was irrelevant, but I would probably just ignore that one from the statistical standpoint.
One thing I've learned from you over the years is no divorce is the same. So there you go.
That's absolutely true, for sure.
All right, Jonathan Marks with the Marks Law Firm. Thank you so much.
My
we
pleasure,
appreciate
Margie.
it. For more information and legal advice, you can call the Marks Law Firm. You can find their information at stlmoms.com.